We are live. Welcome back, Nerdiverse, for another thrilling episode of Masters of the Nerdiverse podcast, where we always have such sights to show you. This dividend of a podcast can be found live on YouTube, can be found live on Twitch, and anywhere podcasts are shown. I'm, of course, Master of the Nerdiverse, Mike G. And with me, as always, is the master of the Nerdiverse himself, the Jedi Counselor, also known as Wash. What's going on, good sir?
Yo, what up? Happy Friday. We made it. We're back. MOTN's in the house on a Friday night. A hot October Friday night.
Hot, hot October evening. What's going on, Bradley? Thank you for coming through bright and early. My man woke up with the sun for this episode. Much appreciated. Let's talk about stuff. Let's talk about flex, baby. This podcast is live. So if you want to stop by tonight, say hi, ask a question, scream obscenities, and then leave, that's all your prerogative. You know what I'm saying? So please do so and check us out.
There's always a streaker.
Always, we just got one in the chat,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't even know how to stop that. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna see how this works, though, because
Yeah, bro,
I
there's
don't.
always this.
I don't know how to can like using this system. Can we like block
He's
like can we? We're 2 seconds in, and we're already getting like not just bots, but like flagrant bots, bro. Like,
uh,
why are we getting
Michael the
flagrant bots?
Nerdiverse like, bro, it's Friday. Why you swearing at me? I mean, damn. I just hit live. You
I
swearing?
literally just hit live. This thing's your chat's ghost town, bro. Come check me out at XYZ. Like, oh, what are we supposed to do, man? I love the internet. I love being hacked
Oh
24/7 at all times, dog.
man, and let's not even get started on Sora, bro. Like I had to escape from X for like 2 days because
Ugh.
it's just like I get it and I don't like do you guys get it? I'm not sure everyone gets it. You know what I mean? It's like I get it, but I'm not sure
I'm
everyone
not
else
sure
gets it.
everybody gets it.
You
Like,
know, it's like literally giving a like 2-year-old filet mignon and going, I want steak. And then being like, all right.
yeah,
It's
it's
like,
buying Jordans for a newborn. It's not for them. It's for you. You know what I mean? The baby doesn't care what's on his feet as long as his feet are protected. You're the idiot who wants to buy your baby $300 Jordans. You know what I'm saying? They don't appreciate,
it's
dog. They can't.
no,
They
no,
don't have the
no,
they don't have the faculty to appreciate, dog.
no, no. But it's here now. So welcome to it.
Welcome to it. The genie is out the bottle. How you feeling tonight, man? Outside of being freakishly hot.
Good man. Everything is fantastic. Can't complain. It's been a coming off last week. It's been a tad bit of a slower week, but yeah.
We take those, as it says. It's been a bit of a slower week, and I'm all about getting to it. So let's talk about our episode this evening. Episode Master of the Nerdiverse, episode 137, known as Lovecraftian Prices, Unknowable Prices, is what we're talking about this week, Doug. We're talking about just what are your thoughts on that title?
MOTN CNBC, folks. Like this. Eh. Yeah.
Holler at us, dude. This dude watched it a literal guffaw at that title. He was like, unknowable prices.
Dude,
Uh, Shit, Lovecraftian, the cosmic horror prices, bro.
it's so freakishly stupid like everything else. It's like, are you serious right now? Are you
Mm,
punking everyone? Really?
mm-mm.
No?
We're dead at,
You
as the kids say, dead ass,
what?
dead ass.
It,
Dog. Yeah,
ser-
we're gonna
all
talk about it. Oh
right.
yeah, we're talking about the new zombie trailer for We Bury the Dead with Daisy Ridley. Where the hell you been, girl? We're talking about of course, the Xbox Game Pass increase that somebody thought was a good idea. We're talking about the new Simpsons sequel. Do we need that? And we're talking, and I just need to talk about Absolute Joker because I know I'm curious to see if Watch knows anything about this. We got to get into it. Of these four, I would say featured topics, is there anyone that just calls out to you, Wash?
Well, after your quick comment about my girl Daisy Ridley, yeah, I'm gonna go with We Bury the Dead because what do you mean where she been? Like she made like two, three movies. One or two of them got like Golden Globe noms. Like she did the true story about the woman who swims across like the English Channel, which I still haven't checked out. Heard it's absolutely phenomenal. Then she did The Cleaner, which I did not hear such great
I watched
things
The Cleaner.
about. Oh, was it any good?
It was all right.
All right,
It was like a
yeah,
bootleg Die Hard. It
yeah.
got the food. I'll put it like this. It got the food down.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
It
I
was
got you.
interesting enough to get the food
Yeah,
down. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah. It's like a bad basketball game. I got you. Yeah, it's sports.
Yeah, it's like a Rams Niners game. Dog.
That's actually my favorite beer commercial when dude's like, "What's on?" and grabs a beer, and dude's
Yeah,
like, "Does it matter?" and he's like, "Nope."
nope. The beer is the TV. No
Correct.
TV and no beer makes Mike something something. We're,
Ooh, can't
we're
wait to
talking
hear it.
weeks. We're talking
Yo!
weeks. We're talking weeks. Watch, would you like to start us off with how was your week, my good sir?
You you know what? It, Slow week, but I did something interesting this week because our previous conversations in regards to Sea Viper, her
Mm-hmm,
name
mm-hmm,
just literally
mm-hmm.
escaped me. But
You,
yeah, I got your attention, didn't
mhm,
I? I got your
yeah,
attention.
yeah. Locked
So
in.
I don't own Street Fighter 6 or
Mm-hmm.
Street Fighter 5.
Okay.
But I do have an array of Street Fighters available to me and other fighting games. So this week, instead of really, well, I did get on the channel a bit, but we decided to go the arcade route, and I powered myself through. Just so that I get the title right, because there are a couple ones. Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter Arcade Edition.
You speaking my
Yeah.
language now, baby.
So,
Speaking my
like,
language.
this hurts. Like it,
Yeah,
it, it hurts a lot
yeah,
because,
yeah,
and I got to thinking, you know what? Fighting games as an older person, that's probably something we should be doing. That's probably really good for our hands, especially us, carpal tunnel, always typing, computing, all that nonsense. It's like, as I was playing this week, not only did I get a workout with my hands, but I got to play some old Street Fighter, and you know what? I loved it. I was hooked after day one. After like 5, 6 matches, just pop in, pop out in the kitchen cooking, pop up. Oh, let me play Spider Man Ken real quick. You know what I mean? It was literally like walking around the arcade, sticking a quarter in, and like just playing a quick couple of games. So we did a tad bit of that this week. I kind of want to do like how I am in the archives of things. I kind of want to do like a deep dive like Street Fighter through the ages. Like play the first one because I did play a little bit of the very original Street Fighter, which my
yeah,
brain had forgotten about,
yeah.
and I was like,
We all
"Oh
forget it,
damn,
bro. Yeah,
I
we all
forgot
forget.
about this,
Street
man.
Fighter.
This isn't
Yeah.
Street Fighter. This was dope in the arcade." And kind of do like a retrospect, but I don't know. I'm early in on that, so that's something.
Hey,
What do you
you
got to say
you
about those words?
you don't have to threaten me with a good time, bro. If you just want to talk Street Fighter for like 3 hours, we can
Yeah,
do that.
yeah.
Don't threaten me with a good time. Marvel superheroes versus Street Fighter is such a specific moment in time because it's right between X-Men versus Street Fighter. I think it's right after X-Men versus
The
Street Fighter.
sequel to X-Men versus Street Fighter, they said.
Yeah,
Yes.
in between the glorious Marvel versus Capcom 2. You know what I mean? So that's a sweet spot where they were just getting things right. You know what I mean? They were recycling their characters from Children of the Atom, from all the Street Fighter alphas and all that fun stuff. So you got
Yeah.
super buff Bison like stupid buff Bison
Slow
in that
Bison. He was a
slow
tad bit
Bison.
slower Bison though than that,
Yeah,
like his stomp was a tad bit like just slower and more it really made me wonder what type of bison we're about to get in this movie. But uh
don't
it,
get me
it,
started.
it, it was so different. Again, our Street Fighter conversations kind of sparked this in me. So it's an entire well-rounded thing. And yeah, let's maybe do that for the Street Fighter movie that comes out. A little Street
Yeah,
Fighter introspective or something. That'd be
I'm
cool.
so down, dog.
That's
Because I
dope.
have them. They literally just released the Marvel versus Capcom like edition for like PlayStation 5, Switch, all that, and where they've just remastered Marvel vs. Capcom 2. They remastered Marvel Superheroes, X-Men versus Street Fighter, Marvel Superheroes. They have them all on one like collaboration. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
As well,
remember that
and I just
that
bought it just
trailer.
for the culture. Yeah, I just bought it for the
Nice,
culture. Yeah, just got to get it. Got it on Switch. You know what I'm saying?
nice.
So I'm so
There you
happy to
go.
hear that you're take it to go, that you're playing and just like you said, just diving into these old games which are so good. You know what I mean? And they're so quick. And like you said, it sparks the mind. It's you're in, you're out. You know what I'm saying?
And you can't play them. You know what I mean?
No,
You're not gonna find Marvel superheroes versus Street Fighter at your local laundromat. And
not
so that's
anymore.
kind of what's cool about it is that, even though we have the ability to be online, play these amazing games, from the comforts of our own homes, there's something that's about that arcade, what's the word? It just the
Like
cabinet
vibe. Yeah, the
like the
cabinet.
cabinet that sparks something in you when you're playing a game. So, yeah, we had some good vibes with that this week. And the other thing that we did this week was caught up to like episode 5 of Peacemaker. I have a
Okay.
question.
Yes, sir.
Does it get better?
We got one more episode left, baby. So I don't know if it gets better, but
Well,
we
I'm
are
at
at the
episode
end.
5. Can you tell me?
Oh,
Does it
what
get
happened?
better?
Remind me what happens at the end of
The
episode
last
5?
thing I just saw was Economist and them. The Hawk just beat everybody up. That it's the next
Okay,
episode after the Hawk beat everybody up. So like
okay,
Economist, him, they're all like yelling at each other. You're fired, and then walks off.
yeah,
And
co- comedy.
oh,
Yeah,
when Cena goes in without his Peacemaker uniform on and his brother, and
uh, yeah.
yeah,
He
does it
goes
get
to the
better?
alternate universe. Um, I also am fully caught up with Peacemaker. Just watched it last night. And with that knowledge, I could say I got to be no.
No.
Comedic pause, no. I don't know, man. Uh, it's like I'm in, and it's DC, and I need to understand just from being a master of the Nerdiverse and all. I have to know. I got to finish it, right? I gotta have an
Right.
opinion, right?
Right.
Um, but it is the first season was way stronger, and with even with the non Marvel, sorry, non DC comics kind of what it needs to do. This whole season feels like it's a commercial for the movies, and it's not its own thing. I feel like the urgency of Peacemaker is a little the Peacemaker as a whole, not just Chris, is a little ham-fisted. Like his urgency to do what he does is kind of really short-sighted for a character who's a master tactician, master weapons master. You know what I'm saying? And has like this thought process of peace no matter what. I don't know. I'm trying to vibe with it. The comedy's starting to bother me. The music's starting to bother me. Like it's just like
It
it's what
it's a
I don't know, man.
it's a clunky show as compared to the first outing, and this is where I'm like, does it get better? Th- th- there isn't really a point to this. It's fairly
It's
relationship driven, and you know how I feel about my relationships in my superhero movies, but it's
it's
very whatever the point is that it's trying to tell. Season 1, they were telling a story about characters that wound up coming into this overarching, interesting plot. Here, we are missing the interesting story with the characters and the overarching plot. We're
Yeah,
missing both.
it's one or the other. So it's overarching plot, but it's more of a character growth for Peacemaker himself, but at the same time, it's neglecting plot. You know what I mean? Because it's so focused on him and his kind of, you know, for the it's almost like for the man who has everything. You ever read that Superman story where he gets the black mercy put on him and Superman wakes up in a fictional Krypton that just never blew up?
Yeah.
And now he gets to live with his beautiful wife and he has a little Kal-El, and but something's off, right? Like he knows in the back of his brain, he knows something's off. This is very like Peacemaker's version of the for the man who has everything, where he gets all his questions answered. He gets to live a certain way. He gets the girl that is not responsive to him, and it's just like, okay,
I feel like this is a very ham-fisted Guardians of the Galaxy, Gamora and Star Lord type of story that we've seen before.
well,
And
yeah, it's
you
it's.
say, well, yeah, right, but season one was freaking epic, right?
I mean, it's the taming of the shrew, right? I mean, we've seen it 1,000 times. Spider-Man does it. Why can't I have Mary Jane? But if it's a good story, it all comes together quite nicely. You know what I mean? But in this story, it's like, yes, there's a taming of the shrew, but I don't get to have to deal with the shrew because I'm in this other universe where she loves my dirty draws. So
That's
it kind of
why I
defeats the
asked,
purpose. It kind of
does it
defeats the
get
purpose.
better?
I would say
That's why I
I don't want to be
asked.
so negative about it. I'm not in the business of being negative. But to answer your question honestly, I'm hoping that the last episode really closes. And these shows have had such a bad track record when it comes to last final episode closeouts. Like nobody just does a hook, nobody does a cliffhanger anymore. Like with stakes. You know what I mean? No one ever does Jack Bauer didn't defuse the bomb, and now
Jack
the
Bauer
Brooklyn Bridge is gone.
24. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like
that's
nobody does, you know what I'm saying? Maggie shot Mr. Burns anymore. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
Alias. Jennifer Gardner's mom walks out
Yeah.
after being dead like her whole life, and it's like, oh
So
yeah,
I'm
I'm
like,
a
have some balls, like, end this with something crazy, like, and it's like, oh snap! Like I was hoping that for Alien Earth, but Alien Earth had the most safest ending of all time. Like we're all okay, that's bullshit. This is an alien. Like we all should be in great peril the entire time. Why is it
everybody.
we're all okay? So I'm hoping for a strong finish to Peacemaker. But to answer your question, I have low expectations.
All right, fair enough. I'm not saying it's a one or anything. I'm just saying,
Nah, I'm not.
this,
I'm just. I
that,
gotta
that,
be critical.
this
I gotta be
far,
critical, right?
it fails to. Whereas Alien, I was like, this is epic. Like I was into it. This, I'm not. I'm looking at my clock, and it feels like time and a half. You know what I mean? 36
Yeah.
minutes feels like 55 minutes, and it's like, damn, is this over yet? No. All right.
No, got
So
it.
yeah, just not having as good of a time, but we're
Yeah.
getting there. So we'll see how it comes together. That said, uh yeah, no, I don't really have much positive coming out of there yet.
I'm trying to be.
So
I'm trying to be cautiously optimistic about the ending of Peacemaker. There are some yucks here and there. There is some sequences where they're really cool,
I
but I'm
did
just like,
laugh. I did laugh once or twice in
yeah,
the last episode or two, so
yeah,
that was a bonus. That was a
yeah.
bonus.
Gun's gonna get you
Uh,
to laugh at least one or twice. Yeah,
I did want to say the amount of beer they were drinking was just like no one gets that drunk off of that little beer. I mean,
keep it cheap.
five
PBR, keep it
people,
cheap.
like, bro, like you guys
No, they
got
got
48
they
beers,
got
five
wasted. They
people,
got
and
fugazi.
Oconomus
Man,
is like, 310, and it's like, yeah,
nah,
nah,
man.
ain't gonna
That
happen.
was some other kind of. They were spiking that shit, dog.
Like it
They
was
were,
like, yeah, if you told me those were like little buzz balls and they had like 48 of them, it's like, oh
that's
yeah,
just
all
not.
right, that
That's
makes
that's DC.
sense.
That's DC Comics beer, dog. That mess has 8 trillion ops. Every sip is a nuclear bomb
Uh,
of alcohol, dog.
that's
Yeah,
funny.
shit, man. Anything
So
else,
yeah,
my good sir?
no, that about sums up the week that I can think about. I mean, this, that, and the other, but nothing life shaking.
Awesome, awesome, good. Hello, Meek Gerard. Thank you, Mike Prime, for coming through. It's good to see you here, sir. Right on time to hear about my lame week. What did I do? I beat the main campaign for Star Wars Outlaws, and I have thoughts. Beat the main campaign, ran credits on the game, immediately jumped and bought the first DLC. Because I need to understand, right? It's good. It's good. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna admit that. My thoughts of the game as a whole is that nothing is super strong in it, right? You're not gonna the sneaking around's not gonna hook you if you like sneaking around. The running gun is not gonna hook you if you like running gunning. The overall exploration is certainly not going to hook you because I find that to be the weakest part of the game. And the story is interesting if you like Star Wars, but it's a sum of all of its parts. Doing it all at the same time makes this weird kind of gumbo that is very refreshing because no moment lasts longer than it should. You're like, I have to, because I'll tell you exactly how the gameplay rotation works is I have to get into this, let's say Imperial base, the hardest thing to sneak into. I'm outside of it. I have to find a way in without alerting the ATSTs to just kill me. Or three stormtroopers with a Gatling laser to just blow me out the sky. I have to sneak into the building first. That's the first hurdle. Then I have to navigate through the building and not be detected before I get the MacGuffin. Let's say the Pike secret that is on this database. I get it. All the alarms fire off, and now it's action time. So now stormtroopers rush my room. I got to go in there and shoot, shoot, bang, bang, and make
But
my thrilling escape.
doesn't that defeat step one and two if always step three happens?
Always step three. That's the crazy thing. It's like it wants you to have a Star Wars experience, right? And it really forces you to try to have the gun bang bang. But if you're clever enough, you can avoid it with stealth. You can
Okay.
still stealth out if
Okay.
you want to. But
Okay.
I was thinking about this while I was sleeping. I was like, think about A New Hope, right? Um, Luke and Han dress up and sneak around the Death Star, right? They find their MacGuffin, which is Princess Leia. They finally get to the I forget, it's like the landing pad where the guys are. Han says F it, shoots the console, and everything just activates, right? And now they have to
Yep.
fight their way out. You know what I mean? Makes me think of like things like that. They're trying to replicate a Star Wars experience where it's like, okay, there's thrills and chills and espionage and you get that for the most part. It's just that it's definitely a game that's the sum of its parts. It's nothing's extremely like crazy, you know?
So me being me, I gotta ask. So if it's all C's, do we get graded up to a B or are we at C?
Ah, it's at C. I'm gonna
It's
keep
at
it a
C.
buck. But it's an
Yeah.
enjoyable C. It's a C.
Yeah,
It, you
you
know,
can have enjoyable C's, man. Like I have a bunch of book
uh,
reviews that are a bunch
you
of enjoyable
know,
C's. You know what I mean? A couple of
I hate to be
enjoyable
so
D's.
I know some enjoyable D's. Speaking of enjoyable
Yeah.
D's, it's like she's not pretty, but she puts out. You know what I'm saying? We've all been
All right.
there,
All right,
you know.
man. Yeah, I got you.
You've
I
all
got you.
been there, you know.
I got you.
But it's just kind of like that, you know. Just okay, cool. I enjoyed the game. I enjoyed it enough to automatically dedicate another $15 to the next DLC, which has Captain Hondo. So I'm running around with Captain Hondo for those who know who he is, the
And
Pirate King.
that's funny. I'm just close to finishing a book I've been on for 7 months that's voiced by Hondo. It's a decent enough book, but it's like 6 hours of Hondo voice. You're just
That's
like,
rough. That's
dude,
rough.
only 10 minutes at a crack. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? And it's hard to
I gotta
do.
tell
But how
you,
many DLCs do they have for it? Do
I think
you
two.
two?
There is the
Okay.
Hondo DLC, and then there's the. I'm saving the Lando for
Yeah.
last because I think that's the
Okay.
best one. So I just want to
Okay.
get this one done, and then I'm gonna jump into the Lando. But yeah, yeah, I've been hanging out with Hondo for like 10 minutes. I'm already done with that fool. Like, come on,
I
man.
love how
And
no, but
he's with us, dog. He's like chilling on the ship. He's talking crap. You know what I'm saying? He's fumbling and bumbling. He's Star Wars Jack Sparrow is pretty much what I gauge from the guy. You know what I
he's
mean?
he's better than Jack. I
Fine.
think.
No
I'm
one's
I'm
better
not a
than
I'm not a
no,
pirates guy though, man. I'm just not. Like I don't.
Jack is goated, bro. Jack is
Ah,
goated.
ah.
Jack defeated a Kraken, bro. I don't know what to
Didn't
tell
you?
you.
Yeah, you made me watch those silly movies in a random select couple of
Yeah.
them. So anyway,
Jack is
moving
goaded.
on. Yeah, all
Moving
right.
on. Yeah, good game. I'm fully invested. I'll put it like this: Borderlands 4 still has 2 hours played, so we're
Ooh,
chilling on that. And Ghost of
yeah.
the new Ghost of
Toya,
Tsushima sequel, it's like Ghost of Yokai or something like that.
yokai. All right.
Came out
Those
this week.
white.
I'm not getting that until I satisfy my scratch with Star Wars Outlaw. You know what I'm saying? So Ghost of Yokai, for however how goated that game is going to have to wait. I need to get Star Wars and get that full experience so that I can report back.
It definitely looks pretty.
Oh yeah, Ghost of Yokai is going to be crazy, and Star Wars Outlaws is very pretty too. I have to give it its. But now with all the bugs worked out, it's a beautiful game. It's just like you said, it's like a high C plus all together. If I'm being,
Total hours you read
I'm
20,
on like
30.
I'm like 30 hours, 40 hours
All
right
right.
now.
All right.
Hey, my guy,
Decent bang
yeah,
for your buck. Can't
easy
complain
bang
there.
for your buck. Got it for 30
Yeah.
bucks. Can't complain. Yeah,
Yeah.
Mike Prime is in the chat. Bradley says his guy is Cad Bane, dog. I love me some Cad Bane.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he
Cad.
didn't show up in this game. He might. I don't know. In a DLC, Cad did not show up yet. So,
Cad most certainly could be there because he works
but
for
I
the Huts and the Pikes occasionally.
in the Pikes, and I got to say, I did have some boss fights after I complained about it
Ah.
last week. I fought a damn Rancor. That was crazy. You know what I'm saying? The Rancor was kicking my butt a little bit. Other than that, I watched the Naked Gun movie. It's like on Paramount
Oh.
Plus right now, and that's really fun. I got like halfway through, and then I understood. Oh, it's one of those movies. Got it. Where it's literally a joke every 15 seconds, like literally like 10-second joke, 10-second joke, and it's like, oh, okay, got it. And then I had to do something, so I turned it off. And it's like, okay, I'm definitely gonna finish it. It's very funny. It's good to see Pamela Anderson back in an acting role and her really just kind of going for it, in her older age. And with Liam Neeson, they really play off well together. Um, yeah, I really enjoyed the movie so far. And I could see why a lot of people liked it because it's literally just like another Naked Gun. If you like the Liam Neeson ones, the old school ones, 33 and the Third and all that,
Yep.
you're gonna love this one. It's right cut from the same damn cloth.
Paramount
Um,
Plus. All right.
Paramount Plus. Other than that, that's been about my week too. Just a lot of Star Wars, a lot of Peacemaker, Naked Gun, bruh, and uh, and just life. That's been about it, man. I
Should you
gotta say,
watch?
hmm?
Bradley, should you watch what?
Should I watch? What do you? Yeah. Before we move on to the topics, Bradley, you have both of our attention. What should you watch? We'll tell you. I'm not gonna lie. I won't lie to you. What should you watch, bro? Yeah, man. For all those, while we're taking this moment, remember to please like our content on YouTube. It helps grow the channel. Subscribe, so you know when things are coming out, and comment. Tell us you love us. Tell us you hate us. We need to hear it. Very, 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 very good. Um, man, it was a dry week for news, man. I was
Yeah,
scrambling. It was.
you
I
know,
was about to put it. It's dry.
it's the
Dry.
start of the spooky season. You know what I mean?
Ooh, Halloween
Transitioning.
spooks outside the
Uh,
window.
there was I was gonna ask, did you get a chance to see the R.L. Stein Pumpkinhead trailer that came out this
No,
afternoon? Yeah,
no,
because I know
like
you are an
Pumpkinhead,
L.L. Stein. Yeah,
like
I
like Pumpkinhead. No, 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 no. Rewind,
yeah,
rewind. Like
yeah,
like
R.L.
like
Stein.
Stan Winston Pumpkinhead, or
I
like Lance Hendrickson and shit,
know.
or like a different kind of Pumpkinhead. I
New
need to
twist
know.
on Pumpkinhead?
You can. I will watch it after the episode because I have no idea
It's
what those
definitely
words
for kids.
mean.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
But
okay. You had me scared there. I was like, they're remaking
that
Pumpkinhead?
R.L.
Shut up.
Stein, man.
I,
It is Pumpkinhead. You know it is what's the name of that damn village?
man,
Mm,
you talking about like Goosebumps and stuff like that, dog?
yeah. Um
I like some Goosebumps, bro. I like
oh,
some.
you're a
Are you afraid of the?
Goosebumps. You're a Goosebumps guy. I got that mixed up with R.L.
Yeah,
Stein because R.L. Stein is also they did the same type of like art covers with like that what was that you could
like that
feel?
kind of
You did that
reflective. It
texture?
was yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
textured
yeah,
covers. Yeah, those
yeah,
those went crazy in the streets when we were little, man. Yeah, for
yeah.
real.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what Bradley was talking about. So
That's okay.
there
We
we
got
go.
topics, bro. We got topics. Let's just talk about it. Cancellations, anger, and frantic subscriptions stacking. The internet reacts to Microsoft's Game Pass price hike. So Microsoft got the bright idea to raise their Game Pass Ultimate by 50% out of the blue. So rather than paying 19.99 a month, you're now paying 29.99 a month US, and everybody's collectively lost their minds. I use Game Pass. I know you use Game Pass.
I
I
do.
figured, but I also can kind of see the forest through the trees with a change like this. I want to ask you, Watch, what are your thoughts on this particular business decision, and how long do you think it'll last?
Um, I am torn. First, I run it full disclosure. I run an eBay store that sells physical media, right? You can get DVDs, you can get video games, you can get vinyl, you can get all the things that we now use streaming for. So, that being said, this is why you buy physical, ladies and gentlemen, right? So, in my personal experience, as you know, Mike, I hadn't gamed for a very long time. I had taken a very, very long break while I was in Los Angeles, and my systems are all the latest one I have is PS4. Don't have Xbox 360. I'm still last generation. Haven't upgraded. Both those are on their last legs. You know what I mean? So for me, I wanted an entry point back into gaming and I wanted to play
Hmm.
newer games, which has ironically led me back to retro gaming, like my old school gaming, right? Atari 2600 established since then. Um, I don't enjoy the fact that they raised it to $30. When I think about a year, in most cases, let's just call it 6 games with DLC and God knows what. We could be talking five, we could be talking seven if it's a $45 game. Let's just call it 6 games. Will there be 6 games that I definitively want to own in a given year? I can't say that as a yes anymore. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So for
Yeah.
me, Game Pass is a good option. At $30 a month, it is a bit of a pricier option, but if it's used, if you're getting the games out of it, um, I feel okay paying it, but I'm not super stoked about it. And I'm certainly not stoked that it is coming on just a rash of price increases
Yeah.
across the industry. And it's like they're putting up, what do they call them in politics? The flags, the flag balloons to see if they work out or not. And it's like, oh, we're just going to raise it 30. Is there pushback or is there not pushback? Because we could change this. So like I don't expect Game Xbox to change this. I saw their ads that they put on YouTube. I watched them, and they put their marketing people at work to justify this price. Um, it's not needed right now, though. Not for gamers, not for people. We don't need a price raise. I
Yeah.
said it.
I definitely concur on that sentiment that, you know, and you talked about Microsoft putting their yes men right up front to kind of combat the reason for this price hike. And I think with a decision like this, there is a calculated level of pushback. They know people were going to lose their minds when this was announced, and they made the proper adjustments. I would say precautions to that decision. They were already ready. You know what I'm saying? This isn't a shock to them. And for someone like me who doesn't really utilize Game Pass all that much, like every once in a while, like you said, oh, that game is coming out. Oh, it's on Game Pass. Bet I'll try it out. You know what I mean? And I just happen to think about it rather than playing it on the PS5, I'll play it on the Xbox. You know what I mean? Plenty of games like that I've tried and played. But I still think, even at $29.99, that this is a decent deal for all the bang you're getting out of your buck. Because what is Game Pass really? It's a game box for those who aren't like dedicated gamers. This is what you put up in at a school. This is what you put up at a, let's say, nursing home. This is what you put up for a family who's not really, gamers. This is for someone who I just want to jump on a game and play a video game. I don't have to think about it. I don't want to have to, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I love its flexibility in that way. But like you said, there's been price hikes all across the industry. Nintendo is selling $80 games. You know what I mean? We're hearing whispers that GTA 6 is going to be $100 flat across the
$1 billion.
board.
You know what I
$1 billion.
mean?
So, and they're doing this in the middle of a console generation. This isn't like the PS6. Oh, of course, prices are going to go up for the PS. No, they're doing this dead center of in my opinion, failed console generation. This console generation started horribly with the chip deficiencies. Nobody can get these consoles. Unfortunately, COVID happened and wrecked the industry. No games are getting put out. This is one of but neither of these consoles have the level of exclusives that they normally have. It's just been a piss poor console generation. And now on top
That's
of
one of
that,
the reasons I haven't upgraded, Mike. To your point, like I haven't seen anything that's like, oh God, I gotta go get a PS5 to play this.
Yeah, there's nothing. There's nothing. I always do this. The console generations where I double down and get all of them is usually are the suckiest console generations. The last time I did this crap was for the PS3, like the Xbox One, in like the Wii U, and I was tight, bro. I was like, this console generation sucks, dude.
Yeah.
And I did it again with this one. It's like I regret, hunting down the PS5. I regret hunting down the Xbox Series X because they're just sitting on my shelf for the most part. You even said it, like, Mike, you were in a gaming drought before Outlaws came out. You know what I mean? And then I had a glut of Outlaws. Borderlands 4, Ghost of Yotai, like crap. But where this hasn't been the case for like 2-3 years.
No, you just had Monster Hunter for like 2 years that is it.
That was it. Monster Hunter World, not even Wilds, which is sadly not good. Wilds kept my attention for like a week, and I was like, oh man, they messed up on this one. Bradley says invest in a PC. I can't, dude. I just can't, man. Because PCs are that's an investment, though. And they don't have exclusives. No, and I'm just gonna say, PCs don't have exclusives. You're not playing Mario World on a PC, not legally anyway. You're not playing God of War or the newest Horizon Zero Dawn on a PC. What if I want to play that? You know what I'm saying? So sadly, PC, as graded as it is, still until the console wars are truly dead and everything is streamed from your TV, PCs are not going to be a gamer solution. You know what I mean? For those who want to have that Sony experience, Nintendo experience.
You can buy physical copies of media over at Awash's shop, or better known as Rebels Collectibles Archive on eBay.
eBay, please do it, you bastards.
The only thing I'll say, because it is terrifying to me that one day I'm going to wake up and it's like, oh, everything's in subscription. I don't own anything. And now, the service is $99 a month. Because, one day Xbox is going to get to $99 a month, folks. Don't kid yourself.
Don't sleep. Yeah.
Right.
Sooner than later.
and this as soon as they can. And to that point, I will say, as far as the value goes, and I know Bradley's hitting on it as well when you talk about figure out if it works for you individually. Like, um, there's some decent games. You know what I mean? So for them to be able to stream some of these games, it costs them money to give us access to that. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? So we have to understand that Xbox can't just do everything for free. PlayStation can't do everything for free. Nintendo can't do everything for free. Trust me, they don't necessarily want to, but they don't mind throwing out a bone every once in a while. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? So, you know, think of your Fortnite Anakin skin that you got for free. Like Lucasfilm's like,
Fortnite
yeah,
free.
we're gonna make a bunch on the back end just for saying that shit. So don't even worry about it. And
Don't
it's like,
worry
okay,
about
guys,
it.
there you go. It means nothing to me, but there are some people who get some enjoyment out of it. So I don't want to, act like I'm bagging on the industry because it's a tough industry. Them and the movies are just both in just a rough, rough
It
position right
almost feels like there's going to be a new era of entertainment that we don't know about yet. Doesn't it feel like we're on the cusp of some new form of entertainment that's not
now.
movies, that's not video games, that's not
I
music? Because all the industries are suffering. All of them are suffering.
as someone who again like sells in this realm for the first time in a very long time, I feel pushback from the general consumer on all of the price hikes on streaming. Now, is the alternative to either just, I'll keep my Netflix and go about my life, or hey, maybe I should own something again. I don't know, but I know my Walmart still sells Blu-rays. You know what I mean? And
Yes.
I'm very interested to see this holiday season if home movie systems or theaters are talked about, because if they are, that's going to be the writing on the wall telling you which direction things are going to be
Things are
going in.
going.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's so interesting, like the balancing act of physical media and digital media. Do I want a physical footprint? I literally have a box full of games in my closet that are just going to sit there and disc rot versus the digital footprint. But you know what? If I want to fire up Devil May Cry on PlayStation 1, it's right there. I
you
don't have
own
to
it.
worry about I own it. It's mine. As long as I have a system to play on it, it works. You know, but no, but if I disconnect my Game Pass, none of my games on my Xbox Series 1 work. You know what I'm saying? So
No,
there's and like you
no,
said,
and it wasn't. Didn't they make an Xbox that has to be connected to the internet to even work?
that
Isn't that
was
like the
that was the
S?
that was the big ask for I think at the beginning of the console generation, and everybody hated it. What do you mean I have to be on the internet? And that's where PS4 I think won the console war that year because we were pissed off about having to be constantly online, chronically online.
Yeah.
So I think they're still figuring it out. And Xbox always seems to be the guy who gets shoots themselves in the foot in these situations. But people don't like change. I hate change. I mean, nobody likes change, especially when it hits their wallets. You know what I'm saying? So interesting topic. We could talk about this all night. It's a very interesting topic.
Prices are outrageous, though.
Prices are
True
freaking
story.
outrageous. True story. Ah, Brendan Fraser's Mummy 4 may actually be happening. Looks like Universal Pictures may be ready to resurrect one of its most beloved franchises. Slow week, ladies and gentlemen. Um, Wash, are you familiar with the Mummy films? And if so, does the prospect of a Mummy 4 entice you, Doug?
I love this question. Yes, I am familiar with the Mummy series. I am a fan favorite of part one, two, and even The Rock's first Scorpion King, which was the spinoff, which I thought probably some of The Rock's best work. But neither here nor there. Moving on. Um, there was a line that Brendan Fraser had in this article where he says, "Yeah, it's been kind of slow. I'm an actor. I like to work. You know what? You want to make Mummy 4, Brendan Fraser? You go ahead and make Mummy 4. If you put out a trailer that is not complete trash, I will watch
I'll
it.
go see it.
Why? Because I Egypt. Mummies, pharaohs, action, Brendan First. Like, okay, I'm in. I'll get some popcorn. You know what I mean? I'm not expecting Shakespeare, so sure, sure, why
Yeah,
not?
it's like I love the Mummy 1 and the Mummy 2, goated movies of all time. Not so much of a fan of Mummy 3 with Jet Li, where he's like the Tarakasi Warriors or whatever was going on in that movie. Scorpion King, what I'm saying? The Mummy was a crazy big franchise in like the 90s and 2000s.
Made a bunch
People
of money.
sleep on it. Made all the money. And given that Brendan Fraser has been on the uptick lately, thank goodness he's back. You know what I mean? He's in fighting shape again. He's winning Oscars and shit, So it's like, hey man, like you said, if you want to go and make a Mummy 4, just make sure you get all the players back, you know what I'm saying? As news team assemble. Because if I watch another Mummy movie and my darling is not in it, if the real Evie's not in it, we're gonna fight, bro. Don't even waste your time if you can't bring her back. You know what I'm saying? So get it together, damn it.
I'd rather see Encino Man 2 with him and Pauly Shore coming back and just some stupidity. That's frankly,
Yeah,
if I'm gonna get a vote, that's what I'm going for. But whatever, Mummy 4 is
my man
fine.
said. My man said Encino Man 2. What is that even, dog? What is that even? What is that? What is that? I want to see the script for Encino Man 2. That
Great
shit
movie.
is
We could write that up with AI, no problem. Same quality, I
it's
guarantee you.
gold, Jerry, gold.
Go,
Encino Man
go.
2. It takes place in the future. He comes back again. Oh no. But yeah, I'm very hyped for a Mummy 4, if it's even a thing. There was a Mummy cartoon for those who remember the Nerdiverse.
Ooh.
There was a Mummy cartoon at some points, video games. Yeah, bring it back, man. Give Brendan Fraser all the money. Speaking of sequels, The Simpsons is getting a sequel and it's set for summer 2027. They've confirmed that it's going to hit theaters July 23rd. Shout out to my cousin Jonathan. That's his birthday. It also just came with a cheeky poster with the classic Homer donut. Wash, full disclosure, I've never seen the Simpsons movie. I don't give a shit. What are your thoughts?
Spider Pig, Spider Pig,
Spider Pig.
Spider Pig
Spider
does
Pig.
whatever Spider Pig
Spider
does.
Pig does.
Can he fly? No, he can't.
You can't.
He's a
Oh.
pig. Dude, The Simpsons movie one, I loved it. I was in the theater for it.
Oh.
I loved it. I probably watched it probably 2 or 3 times, and I love that Spider Pig, which is
Oh.
one of the things that makes Spider Pig in Marvel Snap. What's the stupid card?
Yes.
The pig card?
A Spider Pig.
Spider Pig?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's what makes Spider Pig for me one of my favorite cards in Marvel Snap. As I sing that song, but do I care about part two? No. And, I've
No.
just been off The Simpsons, man. It's been a decade. This show has been on since I've been in like seventh grade. Like, I don't keep up as well. It's like watching General Hospital or something. You hop back in. So when the movie comes out, will I check it out? Maybe, because I still haven't watched Bob's Burgers movies yet, and I love Bob's
That has a
Burgers.
movie? I didn't know
Yes,
Bob's
and
Burger
I
has a movie.
yes, it does have a movie, and
Oh,
I
the
love
more you
Bob's
know.
Burgers. So,
The more you know.
um, yeah, it'll probably come out second, but no, this I won't be in the theater for. I will get a pink donut though. That looks great.
Yeah, man. My fondest Simpsons memory has nothing to do with the show. It was going to one of the Simpsons pop-ups at 7-Eleven and off Venice Boulevard and getting like standing in line to see the 7-Elevens get changed into the Quickie Mart for this
That's
movie.
awesome.
That was the promotion. And you
Yeah,
can go get a box of Crustios and
that's
get
awesome.
the cartoon giant pink donut and get some Duff beer, which was really like Coca-Cola or whatever. That's my fondest Simpsons movie memory. I think The Simpsons, and I would in other universes I would be stabbed in the throat for besmirching the beautiful name of Simpson, but I think The Simpsons is long in the tooth. You know what I mean? Um, and I think now if this was a movie and they said this is the end of Simpsons, we're finishing it with a movie, that would bring my curiosity way higher. You know what I mean? Like, let's end The Simpsons. All of the actors are turbo old. They're all tired. They're either tired or passed away. They're tired of making money. Can they just go Mimi? This is another one of those Harrison Ford situations Where can Grandpa go lay down? You know
I
what I
was
mean?
just thinking like the
Poor Nancy
Simpsons
Cartwright.
meet the Simpsons meet South Park. You know what I mean? Kind of like Flintstones meet the Jetsons back in the day, and a
Yeah,
final like farewell send off. It's like, yeah, we finally do the thing.
we finally Simpsoned. You know what I'm saying? Like, can we just close it out and let the Simpsons be goaded forever? If that's what this is, then I'll be way more interested. But if it's just like business as usual, then I don't care, man. You know,
Yeah,
it's
it's gonna
it's
be
hard to
some
care.
yucks. It's gonna be some
It could,
yucks. I don't know what the
it's gonna,
numbers are for the Simpsons, but they have to still be
it gotta
gangbusters.
be right.
I mean, they're
Gotta
making a
be right.
movie. They gotta be
Look at it.
they gotta be freaking gangbusters still. But damn it. Did you play the Simpsons tapping game where it was early iOS like Simpsons tap
Oh
out
man,
and you built
the,
houses and built the community?
the only
I did that
Simpsons
shit for like 3 years.
top three Simpsons games go. First of all, Bradley mentioned it. The Simpsons arcade game is goated Simpsons game. You get to play as Bart on the skateboard, freaking Marge with the damn vacuum. Second game is Simpsons Hit and Run on the PS2. Goated Simpsons game. That's better than any other Simpsons game on any other console. First of all, Simpsons Hit and Run is super. It was a bootleg crazy taxi where you got to be Homer Simpson. You drive around Springfield. It's better than any other Simpsons game. And lastly, um,
Say it.
Bart versus the space alien. Bart versus the space
Yes, the
aliens.
space mutants. Yes, all
Bart
right.
versus the
As,
space mutants. You know what I'm
yes.
saying?
As long as it's
Agree?
there, I'm gonna leave you alone. I don't care what
Yeah.
order. As long as it's there, we're
Good
good.
business. Good
Yeah,
business.
yeah,
Good business. That's a good
yeah.
place where we could stop
Like it,
on this one.
like it.
Yes. There you go. Don't argue with me. We bury the dead.
Yeah.
Daisy Ridley faces the undead in a trailer for the zombie thriller We Bury the Dead. I watched this trailer just before getting online. Wash, this was your chosen most interesting topic. Let us have it. What do you think of the trailer?
I thought it was dope, man. Daisy Ridley's been on fire lately, and she's popping up in some of the strangest places. I heard about this movie, I want to say like 2.5, 3 years ago now, and it's like, what is this? All right, and so it's not what I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be some dramatic, like thing. Yeah, that's not what this is. This looks like it has stakes. Daisy Ridley is like a very well trained actress, like from friggin' Europe. Like the woman knows what she's doing. She can act. And zombies, yes. I'm for whatever reason, I'm all in for a good zombie tale these days. It's something about the the stakes being outnumbered, the horde. Now, her in the whole husband bend of it, I'm not sure what's going on there. But what I said was, that's a terrible idea. You know how we were talking the other day about Halo? That's a terrible idea. And they're like,
Yeah.
good luck going to find your husband. And I'm like, no, nope.
No good
Husband's
luck.
gone now.
Husband's gone.
That's
You don't
it.
want to find you don't want to see what you find.
Oh,
Nah. No. I love you. No. I'm not going to just no. I'm not coming to get you, Doug. I'm assuming you're all right. And I
yep,
hope you live a long, healthy life
yep.
wherever you are.
You want to come
I'm not
here? Cool. But
that's great. I'm not going there.
no.
Mm-mm. I'm not
So
crossing a zombie-ridden wasteland to find your husk somewhere. Or you come at me as a zombie and I say, I love you. You bite me, and that's the end of my story. Nope. You can be where you're at. I'm sure you're all right. You'll be just fine. Love that kind of love. Are you that in love with anything, Wash?
no.
Would you go across the country to save
Zombie
your cat?
horde, bro? Nah, bro.
Would
I
you
have
face a
these
zombie horde?
I have these real life thoughts in my head when it's like, yeah, because I have a lot of space where I'm at, and you're always just looking out at vast space, and it's like, man, what if a zombie came walking across this
Yeah.
like field right now? And it's like, oh, you got decisions to be made. Guess what?
Yeah. Guess
Going to
what?
save Mike in Los Angeles is not one of those decisions. Sorry.
I respect you, man. Because if you
Good
said,
luck,
Mike,
bro.
come get me help, I would probably be like, via con Dios, my man. And and I'll think about you every day, bro.
What's the
You
move?
know?
The TV show you're watching with the cars? The video game? Damn it!
Twisted metal.
Yeah, like Twisted Metal, bro. You're going across the country. It's like, nah,
No, man.
do it
No,
now.
man. You got it. You got better chances to survive than me, bro. You know who Daisy really reminds me of now that you mention it? She reminds me a lot of Robert Pattinson, where people just kind of like dismiss her. I was like, oh, Ray can't act. You know, it's like, oh, you know, Twinkly Vampire can't act. And they're quietly putting out bangers after bangers. And it's like, oh crap, Robert Pattinson's gonna be Batman. That's gonna suck. And it's like, no, you have no idea the depth of training these people have, low key. And it's like, and I opened this up like, where you been, girl? You know what I mean? Even she's been under my radar. Like I was like, why haven't I seen your face in anything big? But that's the point. You kind of have to, after something like Star Wars, it's kind of like, yeah, let's kind of pull it back a little bit, get our acting chops going, and recalibrate. You know what I mean? And that's the same thing Robert Pattinson did. After Twilight, he had to, you know what? Y'all got it. Y'all hate me. Okay. I'm gonna recalibrate over here and be goaded. You know what I mean? So I think she's gonna be coming back in a big way.
I'm super stoked for this, and Ray Skywalker. That's the only reason I know. You know what I mean? So I follow the Instagram because you never know
Uh,
when that Ray post is gonna pop up, and it's
hey,
like,
hey, I'm gonna tell you,
yo,
bro. I'm gonna tell you like low key, like hot take. Everybody hates this character until she comes back. You know what kind of pop off it's gonna be
yeah,
when she there's a shadow and she raises her hood and it's
yeah,
Ray. It's
yeah,
Jedi Master Ray, Doug. Motherfuckers are gonna lose their minds, and
yeah.
they will never admit it,
Oh,
but it's gonna happen. The same thing with Anakin and Obi Wan. People hated Anakin and Obi Wan until they didn't.
yeah.
Same thing's gonna happen with Ray. Um, Speaking of goats, Marvel Comics and DC Comics confirmed that they're actually going to be making a Spider-Man Superman crossover. The only reason I want to talk about this is because these are the mumblings of a new Marvel versus DC that we may be getting. There's
Hmm.
other comics like Batman Deadpool is a thing that's out right now. And this artwork, which is done by Alex Ross, is a reason for me to show Alex Ross artwork, is actually an homage to a cover of this event happening in the 1970s. You know what I mean? There was a crossover. And I have my big theory on what Secret Wars really is, but that's the reason I want to talk about this is like I think, and call me crazy. I think I've already explained, and I may have told you this before. Watch, I think what Secret Wars really is, and it's such a secret, is because Marvel is making a secret Marvel versus DC film. I think they're making a secret Marvel versus DC clash where at the end of it, both universes are reset. And I think that it's going to be all the Batmans and all the Supermans and all the Flashes versus all the Spider-Mans and all the X-Men's. And they're all going to fight and explode. And everybody's going to be reset to their respective universes, Doug. That's my theory. That's my crazy tinfoil hat theory on what Secret Wars really is. And Doomsday is the beginning of that nonsense. And these collaborations like this don't help me in my insanity. They don't help. They're quietly playing together again. You're getting your collaborations. You're getting, you know what I mean? So call me crazy. Am I insane? Or is this stuff starting to add up? You know what I mean?
One question: you saw the photo, Avengers v X-Men, right?
Yeah.
All right. So
Mhm.
I'm not sure how that fits into your whole theory, but when we're talking about Avengers Endgame, this, that, and the other, we're not Endgame, but Infinity War.
Avengers Doomsday. Yeah, the
Thank
Doomsday
you, with
thing.
Doomsday.
Yeah.
I don't know how that fits in, but here is what I'll say: is I don't think you're crazy. I don't think I think two things. Two things can be true at the same time. One, there's a lot of money in that idea, right? Like there's a
Billions.
lot of the $1 billion, multiple
Billion
of them,
dollars. All of
multiple.
them. All of them.
That said, I'm not sure everyone can play nicely together
I don't
to
know,
to
man.
do something
I don't-
like that.
Gun is over there, bro. Gun
Gun
is the
is over
key.
there. Gun
Gun is the
is over
key, Doug.
there. Um
Gunn is the
Yeah, I
key.
mean,
He
I
is
don't
he is
think
the
you're
one who walks
wrong.
between worlds, bro.
I don't see the end game. You know what I mean? I don't know how many movies away this would be for us as the population, or what is this
Two.
2035 two,
It's Doomsday and then Secret Wars. That's it.
and then that's
That's that's it for the multiverse. Whatever. We don't know what's coming on after that. X-Men. No, 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 no. But I think that Gunn is the key to make these two play together nicely, and we're gonna get a good Who Framed Roger Rabbit level 4 hour, $8 trillion movie with with you know every single Superman, every single Batman, Michael Keaton, every single, what I'm saying, like Ben Affleck, dog. You're bringing them all back versus
I
all
don't
the
know.
Spider-Man. And
I
Doctor
don't
Doom and
know.
Darkseid are going to be fighting against each other. When it's all said
I
and done,
mean, Thanos
each
is
team is
coming
gonna
back.
Thanos is coming back. We're gonna get God Doom, and when it's all said and done, each team is gonna shake hands. Thank you for the collaboration, and go off and do their own little merry thing.
And the
Reset and
worlds are gonna
happy.
rip apart, and they'll
Yep,
be.
they'll be separate, and church and state. They'll be separated out again, and we're all reset. We're all happy. I
If
mean,
that's what happens, my mouth will be like, I'll be like, oh shit, they threw a planet. Like I've never seen
yeah.
anything like that
This will
before.
be
So
something that we will never see again, and have never seen before. Live action Marvel versus DC. These are the seeds. Articles like this and like collaborations like this are the seeds of that kind of relationship. You know what I'm saying? It's not impossible.
so hold on, March 2026 with Superman
Yeah.
Spider-Man 1. When do they have to start writing that thing?
Now, probably already have a good 3 episode. They probably already have a good 3 issues in by now.
So when did they start writing that thing? Best guess, you know what I mean?
I don't know. Like with comics, they kind of need a proof of concept. Usually, when you're trying to sell a comic, they need at least an arc done, especially at the high level like this. You need to at least have an outline of an arc. Art and stuff can come later. That's all on deadlines, but they need at least an outline of the arc. What is this about? How these characters interact? Are they all playing well together? Who are the writers? Who are going to be the artists? So I would say if this is coming out March 2026, which is a ways away, I think they probably have an outline out, probably have artists chosen, and just an overall, you know, storyboarding of the events of this comic. Are they done? Probably not. That takes time.
All right. All right, man. Just wondering about the whole scheme of thing because everybody has got to be in a room together. All roads have to be going the
Yeah.
same direction if this
And
type of
who is
thing.
the better shepherd of all that than James Gunn right now? The guy's hotter than fish grease. He pretty much is running DC right now. Warner Brothers don't know what the hell they're doing. They're about to be bought out. What better time than now, dog?
That also gives me pause, but
What better
moving,
place than here?
yeah, because
What
it's
what
like,
better
yeah,
time than
a lot of
now?
money though, a lot of money,
$1 billion, dog.
billion
Lastly,
dollars.
last speaking of DC Comics, last topic of the evening. DC reveals why Absolute Joker fundamentally different from every other version. Okay. Okay. Do you know what the Absolute Universe is in DC
I
Comics?
have been hearing rumblings about the Absolute Universe, but give us the sales presentation for it.
Okay. So, real quick, the Absolute Universe is essentially Darkseid. We all know Darkseid, the ruler of Apocalypse, pretty much evil, dark god of DC Comics. He got the bright idea, said, you know what? I'm tired of fighting these superheroes, and this universe sucks. I'm going to create my own universe full of, cigars and hookers, and screw you guys' universe. I'm going to make my own universe, and it's going to rule. So Darkseid decides to create his own universe based off the anti-life equation, and every single hero and villain is seated in evil. Everything is twisted and distorted into this dark, almost Lovecraftian kind of like versions of themselves where nobody is altruistic. Everybody's kind of a little bent. So I'm sure you've seen images of absolute Batman, who's like 9 feet tall, full of muscle, looks like Bane, right?
Yes.
You got absolute Wonder Woman, who's literally the daughter of Ares, and turns into a gorgon and freezes a city and shit. You have absolute Superman, who is a angsty teenager with god powers, and he's like wiping out and killing people, like actively killing, and having to be decided like, what should I be killing? Like, this, why is Superman asking himself this question? So the absolute universe is full of these twisted, almost like dark versions of these heroes that are a lot more edgy. Reminds me of comics in the 90s where everybody had to be edgy and grimdark and Spawn and
Spawn. That's
Cable.
first thing. Spawn.
Spawn. Think of Spawn the universe is
Yeah.
what this is. And I saw this image and they say this is absolute Joker. And I think of the Joker. I think of like a whimsical kind of, you know, 105 pounds soaking wet clownster. Like, what the hell is that? It's like a damn velociraptor. I don't know what this is, right? This is what Batman has to fight in the absolute universe. Like, Batman, you don't. And then someone said the joke online, Batman, you don't have to Batman, dog. Like, if this was running around in Gotham, I wouldn't Batman. This thing was running around in the darkness. No, I'm not gonna Batman. I'm not going outside with this thing floating around. It's like a xenomorph. It's pretty much a damn Joker xeno. And what's crazy is I've been reading the Absolute books, and Absolute Joker, for the most part, right now, looks like a normal dude. He doesn't like to laugh. That's his whole thing. I don't have a Absolute Joker does not have a sense of humor. He's very dry. He's very to the point. And if he transforms into this bullshit, what is Batman supposed to do? Like, he's just a man, dog.
And from the article, as they went into the Absolute series and breaking down kind of what's going on, I think out of everything that I heard about the Absolute series, because the issue I have with with the dynamic is, and comics does this very well, is they hold that arc, they hold the point, right? They hold the point of the thing until you get your 12, 15 episodes in, and then they drop it on you. And they're like, here's this great book that tells you what happened. So for me, this universe is very like, okay, everybody's like opposite of themselves. But the description of this Joker and him actually being a monster inside of him, I love the idea of the Joker specifically. Maybe having come in contact with a like demon of some type, like a cult level like type demon, and the demon's like, we're gonna be friends, and the Joker's like, no, we're not. And actually, the Joker goes, yeah, we're going to be good friends. And then there's this merging of this happening. And this is what you have, kind of this Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, or in Joker's case, Mr. Hyde, Mr. Hyde, or Dr. Jekyll, Dr. Jekyll.
Yeah, and I love, don't get me wrong, the Absolute Universe has been great writing, great strange approaches to these heroes. Like, in this universe, Bruce Wayne is broke. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has no money. He's scrounging money. You know what I'm saying? In this universe,
Vicky, can I borrow $20?
Hey, can I borrow $1? I need to get some batarangs. I'm broke now. I'm broke. I need some batarangs. I got nothing. I'm broke. So I like the idea of these alternative versions, especially like you said, of a Joker that touches the anti-life equation, and this is what happens. You know what I mean? Like, he kind of sees the eighth wall. It is like, okay, he doesn't laugh until he's like in this version where everything's funny, because this thing looks like it's having a good time.
Because DC has monsters, right? DC has legitimate monsters in the world. And so for Joker to become a monster is like, when you think about the Joker, it's like, yeah, man, I could actually see him like transforming into this thing, like morphing at some point. He just starts laughing, goes crazy, and this is what bursts out of him. Yeah, it's like, oh shit. Like, I'm not Batman in that. No, I'm busy.
I'm not Batman in that. What?
Oh, there's a thing tonight? Yeah, I'm going. Get the time. We're good.
This feels like a Bruce Wayne kind of night. It feels like a. Don't you want to handle that? Joker's eating faces on the Gotham Bridge. It's a Bruce Wayne kind of night. We let Superman handle that.
Yeah,
no, I'm not fighting that, dog. You got dinner reservations at 9. Sharpish.
We let Superman handle that.
Yeah, I'm not fighting that shit. Do you see that thing? It ripped the dude in half, laughing. I'm good. No, I'm just a man, dog. I
That's
got
funny.
gadgets. I'm broke with gadgets. No, man, crowbars and shit. I'm not fighting that thing. But yeah,
How
I love the idea.
vulnerable are the? I guess, and that would be a question. Is in this universe, how? What's the constitution of everybody? Sorry, folks, I'm just sweating like from
Nah, man.
Mississippi
No,
over here, man.
we're just
Um,
about the end of the show.
uh,
They're they're very vulnerable. Like
very vulnerable.
Batman,
Okay.
they're very squishy. Like
Yeah.
Ultimate Batman has to fight damn Ultimate Absolute Batman has to fight Absolute Bane. And Absolute Bane is no damn joke. That guy is literally a he's pretty much a cave troll from God of War with the intelligence of like Ra's al Ghul, bro. Like he just washes Batman. Batman has nothing for him, dog. Like the ultimate, all the absolute versions of these characters are nightmare fuel. Like, like I wouldn't want to chase any
Yeah.
of these things down, bro. But um, Superman's very vulnerable, squishy. Um, Absolute Wonder Woman seems to be a complete hoss, bro. She's like, I don't think she's had a problem yet that she hasn't been able to solve. Superman and Batman both struggle and fighting crap like this. You know, Absolute Wonder Woman's like, I'm from Greek
War of
mythology.
bro.
Yeah,
I
I
just
fight stupid stuff like this all day.
I'm reading that old school War of the Gods #1.
Yeah,
Cersei Wonder was like, yeah, these they ain't fucking
ain't shit
around. You
to
know what
me,
I?
dude.
Yeah, nah,
Yeah, it's like,
bro.
oh,
Like,
Doomsday's
nah.
back. I fight Doomsdays every single day, bro. Like, I'm from Greek mythology. I fight, like Cerebuses and shit.
Like
Like,
I was talking crap to
cut me a
Zeus the
break.
other day. What are you talking
What
about,
are you
man? I
talking
can you
about,
do
man?
shit.
Wonder Woman
Zeus had
will
a
see this thing
lightning
and
bolt. I'm like,
smile. He was like this, and I just was like, let's go, bring it. You tripping. I ain't got no time for that. Let Batman fight it. Batman's not coming outside tonight. This thing's out.
that's funny.
Well, we're back to let Superman handle it. You know what
Yes.
I'm saying? Jeez,
Hey
jeez, jeez.
Clark, you busy? Oh yeah, I got a thing. Talk to you
I
later,
gotta
bro.
talk to you later, man.
42nd Street. You'll
Wait,
see it
40,
on the news.
just turn on the TV, Clark.
It's
You
on the
busy?
TV.
Just turn on the TV, Clark.
Yeah,
I'm not
I
dealing
got
with that. You
plans.
got to deal
I
with
got
that.
plans.
We got plans. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the episode for this evening. We even have reactions, dog. So let's hit those
Wow.
reactions, bro.
Right.
Hey, before we say our goodbyes, Wash, is there anything you would like to say before we close this bad boy out?
Everyone have a very nice weekend. There's a bunch of stuff to get into. Plus, sports are on: baseball, football, preseason
Sports.
basketball starting up. So there's a smorgasbord of activity available to you. Get in it.
Yes, indeed. Everybody have a great, safe weekend. Watch you some sports. Get you some wangs or some cauliflower wangs if you're of the vegetarian variety. Shout outs to Bradley for keeping us company here this evening. Shout outs to Mike Prime. I love you. Thank you for coming through. As always, please like our content. You know what? And tell people about us, yo. Like, spread the word. We need more followers. We need more visibility here at the Nerdiverse. We're doing great things. We want to be in front of great people. So please, just a reminder to spread the good word, comment, and subscribe. With that being said, I've, of course, been your host, Mike G. And we're going to go ahead and say MOTN out. Take care, everybody.